Okay. Hi there, my name's Ella, and I'm part of the direct replication study and quasi-experimental extension study. Here we are completing this as part of a group project in our advanced social psychology lab class that has to do with emotion and motivation. So here we are using quasi-experimental methods. We will first attempt to replicate Troy et al. 2017's finding in study 1 that socioeconomic status, or SES, moderates the effect of cognitive reappraisal ability on well-being, which will be measured through depressive symptoms while controlling for life stress. Then we will conduct a quasi-experimental extension study that hypothesizes that controllability, or one's perceived ability to impact their life circumstances and behaviors, will mediate the effect of cognitive reappraisal ability on well-being, operationalized by depressive symptoms. For this second study, we have added the sense of control scale to measure controllability, and we have replaced the CESD with the BDI 2, as the latter has better psychometric properties for measuring depression. We plan to publish our online Qualtrics survey through the participant recruitment platform Prolific. Our target sample size for the first replication study is at least 114 participants who are low SES, all of whom will be 18 or older and from the United States. The same methods will be used to recruit participants for our study too, but we only need to recruit at least 65 people who are low SES. For the population of our extension, we are only looking at low SES participants, but we are collecting data from all SES levels and selecting specific SES bins afterwards. The questions, response options, and scoring instructions can be found linked in our materials component, and I'll explain these further when I actually go through the survey. But the file contains questions about socioeconomic status, cognitive reappraisal ability, depressive symptoms measured through the CESD, life stress measured through the PSS-4, and general demographics such as age, gender identity, race, and ethnicity. And then the additional measures we found online, including the depressive symptoms measured through the BDI-2 and the sense of control scale. Okay, so let's get into the actual survey on Qualtrics that our participants will be taking, and we'll do a preview of that. Okay, so first here is our informed consent page, which we do have linked as a component on our OSF page. So I will consent to participating. Okay, and here we have our first measure, which is about cognitive reappraisal, CRA. And this will be measured with this 8-item self-report measure that Troy et al. Adapted from Gross and John's 2003 Emotion Regulation Questionnaire, the ERQ. And the scale is just measuring CRA from 1, strongly disagree, to 7, strongly agree. So for the purpose of this, I'm just gonna hit strongly agree for all of these. Okay, and then this is measuring depressive symptoms. Depressive symptoms will be assessed with this 5-item version of the Center for Epidemiologic Studies depression scale by Radloff 1977, where the presence of symptoms experienced in the past week is on a scale of 0, rarely or none of the time, to 3, most or all of the time. Okay, and then this next measure is our measure of life stress. So life stress is assessed here with a 4-item version of the perceived stress scale, the PSS, by Cohen, Kamarck, and Mermelstein in 1983. Okay, and then this measure is for our extension, which is the measure of controllability. We will use this sense of control scale developed by Lockman and Weaver in 1998. This scale has 12 items that measure a person's sense of control over their life, with the respondents rating how much they agree or disagree on a 7-point scale. So that was questions 1 through 6. And then on the next page here, we have questions 7 through 12. And then these will be our additional measure of depressive system or symptoms using the Beck Depression Inventory, or the BDI-2. So we'll go through that. Okay, and then finally we have our demographics, so asking about age, and gender identity here, and race and/or ethnicity right here. And then we also have our measure of SES. And then, of course, your prolific participant ID. So that is it for the survey and for the video. Thank you so much for watching our demonstration of the research procedure. Your interest and support are invaluable as we strive to advance knowledge in our field. And if you have any questions or would like more information about our research, please do not hesitate to reach out. And again, we just really appreciate your engagement and look forward to sharing our findings with you in the future. So thank you so much.